Good afternoon, everybody. This is Leslie with the Plaid Poodle. I should be live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're here, please say hello. Love to chat with you this afternoon while we craft. I have a fun, easy, simple little card that I'm going to show you using some new products from our brand new Stampin' Up! Spring mini catalog that just went live. I hope you're all doing well and are staying safe and warm. Let us know in the comments what the temperature is in your neck of the woods. I think on my way, I had a doctor's appointment this morning. It was 6 degrees this morning, so really cold. And my dogs are not loving it. I am not loving it. I am going to turn the camera around. There's my hairy little sweater. Last week when I had my Makeup Monday in the afternoon, I was unable to share any of the inside of our new catalogs. But now that they are live, Stampin' Up! Allows us to share. So I wanted to just show you, well, I wanted to explain Celebration just for a quick second. If you are new to Stampin' Up!, this is our big sale of the year, our biggest sale of the year, Celebration, in which you can earn free products from this Celebration brochure with a qualifying purchase. So there's stamp sets. If you spend $60, you can get this Friendly Seagull stamp set. It's really cute. Here's another $60 stamp set that I've seen some really fun things done the day to celebrate. This paper, the Toadstool Gardens, I did purchase, and I think I posted a sample card using that paper on my social media, so go look at that. There's just a multitude of things. This is one that I wish I would have purchased for Valentine's Day. I've seen some wonderful things with those dies being created, but I failed to notice it and did not order it. So it is on my list for my next order. But anyway, that is what Celebration is. You can get free product with purchases that you make. Any purchase that equals $60 or more, and each increment you can get more than one. There's no limit. Today we are going to make a card using some products from page 42 and 43. And if you are a customer of mine, you would have received a catalog from me already, hopefully, crossing my fingers that they arrived safely. But if you are not, you can go to theplaidpoodle.com, and I have a catalog page. You can click on the catalog and view it online just as easily. So, but we are going to use, I'm not using the stamps or dies today in my project, but I am using this beautiful Wildflower birthday designer series paper. So I was going to show you that real quick, and then we're going to get started. This card does not take a minute to make because they have provided us with these beautiful, first of all, I have punched these all out. You get 2 pages of die cuts with this paper, and we are using this paper in my classes tomorrow, so I have really, we're using these little cake dies. I just wanted to show you a sample of some of the dies. They're beautiful. Great for scrapbooking. Lots of little cupcakes. I almost used the cupcakes in our card today. Just really, really cute and colorful. They coordinate with the paper, and they also coordinate with the Wildflower birthday sweet stamp set, but we're not using the stamp set or dies today. You get 2 sheets of these fun cutouts. I've already kind of chopped on this one. I've chopped on all the prints. I love the stripes. This is the paper we're going to use today. Can you see the gold foil? Isn't that lovely? I love this pink gingham. However, on the other side, you've got some more foils, so it's very perplexing. And which are you going to use? Are you going to waste that gold foil and use the pink gingham? That's why I need to order more, have multiple packs. As you can see, I've been chopping away at this paper, but it's lovely. This is another one of the fun gold foil prints. And then you've got a gold stripe. Lots of great backgrounds. But anyway, that is the Wildflower Birthday Designer Series paper, and that's what we're using to make this card today. Very simple little card, but look how elegant it is. I think this card would make a great wedding card or wedding shower, although it does have candles on it. I imagine you could probably cut those candles off if you wanted to use it for a wedding card. I think it would make a great wedding card. And if you'll wait till the end, I have a couple other samples I can show you using this beautiful paper. So to start out with, I have a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 thick basic white, and I've scored it or folded it right in half at the 4 1/4 mark. So it's 8.5 by 5.5. It's what we call an A2 size card. And then I've just added some layers. I took some Pretty in Pink cardstock and I cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4. So I took 1/4 of an inch off the width and the length of the card front. It's just a simple little layer. This is definitely a feminine card. And this paper, I think, is definitely a feminine paper. I am using these lovely gold foiled cakes, although I think this stripe would be really lovely as well, but I didn't want to waste that gold foil, right? Who would want to hide that? So I'm adding that, and this is 3 1/4 by 5. So I've cut it down another 1/4 of an inch to make another layer. Isn't that pretty? I think you could just put a happy birthday and you'd be done on that. I mean, the paper really does all the work for you on that one. But we're going to zhuzh it up a little bit. And I have cut a piece of vellum because I didn't want to cover up that paper too much. I've cut a piece of vellum using the perennial postage dies by Stampin' Up. And I'll list, I think I've already listed all the products I'm using in today's project. These coordinated with a stamp set that has now retired, but the dies are still available, and I think they would be a workhorse because they make great, great layers, great outlines. Just a little different, right? And I'm going to go ahead and adhere my little cake die cut, which is what I took from the paper. This one is a little different. It's got a blue cake base, or cake, what would you call it? Cake plate. This one here that I used had a foil cake plate. And I'm going to go ahead and put this on with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Onto the vellum, and then we're going to adhere the vellum to the card base. We're going to put the adhesive behind the cake die cut so that we won't be able to notice or see the adhesive on there, on our card. The adhesive does dry clear, so I'm going to take my Stampin' paper piercing mat so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Here's my piece of vellum that I cut with the perennial postage dies, and I just had adhered that cake. I popped it up with the Stampin' Dimensionals, and now I'm just going to adhere it directly flat onto the card front. If I raise that up, it's taking away from the paper, and I really want you to be able to see the paper behind. So I'm going to add my adhesive. This is just multi-purpose liquid glue that I have put into one of my favorite fine tip bottles that I get off of Amazon. So I'm just going to glue that on there. See how fast this is going? And then we're going to stamp the happy birthday. And I just took a scrap. This is a 1-inch strip of basic white. And I'm going to use Memento Black. It's kind of my go-to black ink. And I am going to stamp the happy birthday on this 1/2-inch strip. I'm going to just kind of do it right in the center. And then I'll trim it down. And just for a little effect, I just cut each end of the sentiment tag kind of on a diagonal. Oops. And we're going to just put it right on top of our cake plate there. I'm going to add a dimensional on each end. We are in Kansas City area, and we got a big snow last week. If you were here Monday on my last week's live, we talked about it. But we finally got our driveway cleared, and everything is copacetic. If our trash man would come and get our trash person would come and get our trash, that would be great. Is that centered? I can't tell without standing up. I like to stand up a lot. There, I think that's a little better. There we go. See how that is? Okay, we're almost done. I also stamped on the inside, have a lovely day. And the stamps that I'm using is the Charming Duck Pond. So the sentiments work. We've got this elegant, lovely birthday card, and we're using this kind of totally different genre of stamp set, but the stamps work really well, or the sentiment worked really well with my card today. So I used the happy birthday. I really liked the font on that, and I liked the size for my tag. And so I also used the have a lovely day for the inside sentiment on my card. That's going to take 1 second to do. Anyway, the sun is out. It's lovely, but it's freezing. I guess we're going to have a really polar vortex week here in Kansas City. But it's nice to have the sun out. Okay, now the final thing I did was I added these cute little dots. I don't know if you can see them. The camera's picking that up. I added 3 little dots, and these are so cute. They're called party dots. So I used blue to match the candles on this one, but this comes with in the suite, or is part of this Wildflower birthday suite. I'm looking for here we go. I think on this one I'm going to use the, wonder what color this would be. It looks kind of like peach pie, and I think that's what it is, because it matches the roses on the cake. So I used a big one, and then I'm using 2 small ones. And I just kind of made a triangle with those. And that's the card. See how simple that is when you have those fun die cuts to use? You can just throw that thing together. Then here is another card I made using that paper. This is kind of a wow card. It's got a lot going on. I've got this fun ribbon. I used the dies from the suite, which Did I take my placeholder off of there? I did. Here it is. Here's some other samples using the paper and the actual stamp and die set that coordinate with it. The birthday celebration. This is the gold 1.5 inch open weave trim that I used on that one. So I used the whole suite on this card. This is one of the cards we're going to make tomorrow in my in-person card making class. And then this simple little card, it's got an embossed front, and then we use the paper just as a little accent to the card and added some, one of the, actually I think I fussy cut this from the paper, and then this is a stamp and die that comes with that. So that is the card. This one would be lovely for a wedding because there are no candles. This one, however, you'd have to cut the candles off if you wanted to use it for a wedding card. Anyway, that is my project for today. Very simple, very, but very elegant, and it looks, it's got a little bit going on. So it's not, it's a little bit more than simple, but the paper did all the work for us, right? The gold foil, I've got the sun shining in. I need to learn that to shut my blinds when I'm doing my Make It Mondays at 2 p.m. Anyway, thank you for joining me. If you have any questions whatsoever about any of the products I used or card making in general, be sure and reach out to me. I would love to chat with you. And you all have a great rest of the week. Stay safe and stay warm, and we will see you next Monday for Make It Monday at 2 p.m. Central.